Are you losing trust in the media giants like MSNBC and CNN? Well, maybe not CNN. They haven't been too light to her lately, especially with the border wall and what's going on with my boy Scott Jennings. But anyway, now we gotta add ABC and Disney to the list. Huh? We often hear about media trust. This means how much people believe what they see on TV or read in the news, folks. ABC and Disney are big names in media. But recently, we're going to talk about some people or why some people are losing trust in ABC and Disney. We'll look at some more recent events that made some people upset and talk about, how this affect what we watch on TV. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand why trust in media is important and what it means for the future news and entertainment. Talk about something called media bias. This is when people think the media isn't fair or balanced. Some viewers feel that ABC shows and news broadcasting show favoritism in coverage, especially during the big events like debates. For example, during a recent debate, many people thought ABC easier on Vice President Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well.
The government and Donald Trump certainly should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted? Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. They don't want that.
They have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby. And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats are radical in that.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
And I'm gonna actually do something really unusual, and I'm gonna invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch.
During the debate, and you and I both felt that this was a 3-on-1 and that ABC really dropped the ball on this. I don't think the question was out of line, but it seemed to me that the moderators were doing the work that Kamala Harris is supposed to do. You've moderated presidential debates. You've been in these things. Can you just talk a little bit about what the job is supposed to be and maybe how you would have done it differently or where you saw their weak points?
I mean, I'd like to think I would have done everything differently than what I saw on Tuesday night. It was a horrid display of attempted journalism. It was faux journalism. It was partisan hackery disguised as journalism. And David Muir there is a perfect example. His fact check was an opinion.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't detect the sarcasm. Who gives a shit what you detected? Who died and made you king of discerning what was in Trump's head? It's not up to you to offer your opinion. That's the kind of remark you go home and you say to your significant other. Yeah, on the debate stage, I didn't detect a note of sarcasm. What are you saying? You know we can hear you. Your quiet voice is coming out of your mouth. It was so off, that comment alone, but we could go on because there were so many instances in which he tried to fact check Trump in a totally inappropriate way. The thing about the cats in Springfield, Ohio was another instance. His fact check was, well, we spoke to the city manager and he said no verifiable claims. That's not a fact check. What that city manager has been saying is we were not able to verify these claims about the pets. That's not a refutation. That's a he said, they said, and it's not for David Muir to be the trier of fact in the moment from the debate stage. If anything, that's for Kamala Harris to try to say, right? Like, the city manager says it didn't happen. Then Trump can say, well, I saw the people on TV. David Muir kept pulling a Candy Crowley over and over and over. I will settle this critical dispute right here for the audience. I will be the final trier of fact. No one elected him to do that. No one appointed him. No one asked him to do that. And
I think that we have all been tough and critical of the press. ABC did a very fine job.
Yes,
they did
excellent.
reporting on the eating of pets,
Which is important. Like, you gotta say it.
I mean, and I think sometimes people are reluctant to put themselves in a story. David Muir didn't hesitate to say, I went back and watched the tape. You didn't sound sarcastic to me when you said I lost by a whisker. Kamala Harris got Trump on three sides of whether or not he won in 2020. He said I won, and then he said, I said sarcastically that I lost by a whisker, and then David Muir ended it by saying, no, that wasn't sarcastic. So what the American people heard was Trump on three sides of the outcome of 2020. And David Muir and Lindsay Davis played an important role in that.
They were excellent. I think I kudos to them because they did just enough fact checking not to be to be a part of the debate, but to make sure that, really egregious lies were shut down.
Some viewers feel like these debate questions wasn't fair. This whole situation was like a setup. Now, according to the survey, trust in ABC News has dropped because of these feelings. Why does this matter? We'll find out how it affects what people watch. Okay, now Disney, which owns ABC, is a big part of the U.S. culture, ladies and gentlemen. They make movies and shows that many people love. Now, if you've seen that last video I dropped about the incident with Chris Brown doing the show with Disney, you'll see what I'm talking about. But sometimes their choices upset people. For example, some people think Disney doesn't always show different cultures fairly. Concerns about Disney's connection with political figures. Now, for example, most recently, the close friendship between Disney executives and Kamala Harris has raised questions about potential bias in ABC coverage of political events. And to now recent news coming out that Miss Lindsay, I think her name Lindsay Davis, is a sorority sister of the Vice President. So right off the bat, some people worry that these connections might influence how ABC reports the news. Question is this: what happened when people feel this way? Let's explore the reactions and what they mean for ABC and Disney. When people are upset, man, you already know they stop watching or buying from a company. This is called a boycott, ladies and gentlemen. And recently, some viewers have decided to boycott ABC and Disney because of the issues we talked about. In media, many people are talking about boycott. They want fair news and they want better representation to shows and in movies. Now, this has led to some noticeable drops in viewership for Disney and ABC along the way. What can ABC and Disney do to win back our trust? Today, we explore how the media bias, the cultural factors are impacting public trust in ABC and Disney. We discuss how perceived favoritism and political coverage and programming choices have led to public skepticism and boycotts. These issues are driving viewers to seek more balanced and trustworthy sources of news and entertainment. Hear from you. What are your thoughts on the media trust and bias? Do you think networks like ABC and Disney can regain public trust? Share your opinions in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and turn on that notification bell for more content on the media and the culture. This your boy Mark on the mic, breaking down the stories behind the headlines. Peace.